Hello, welcome to my midday live stream. I guess I'm talking to myself on camera. This is not a wet dream stain. That was a tear. It was a tear because I just had a really beautiful meditation. It's been really hard for me to do a meditation midday. I actually meditate in general. Because I get really addicted to just doing and planning and thinking. And most of the time it's really exciting. I was just telling Yasmine how I'm really inspired right now, so there's always something to do. But sometimes I wonder how much of that is a distraction from being completely alone with yourself. So I had to completely withdraw from this cycle of being productive. If anyone can relate to that. It could be anything from checking emails to going on social media and responding to fans to planning creative to hopping on phone calls to cleaning. It could be anything. And our dad says this. He's like, there's a Punjabi saying, I don't know how to say it in Punjabi, but he said the list of things to do is a bitch. It keeps having babies. This is our feminist father saying this, but our family is not really politically correct. So yeah, I had to step away from that perpetual cycle of doing, to just lie down and do a meditation or try. And I found that most of the time I was just like, I want to just get out of this state of feeling idle because it feels like I'm not being productive. Definitely probably a workaholic or productivity do-aholic. But towards the end was really beautiful. That tear stain on my pillow. I don't know if you could see it. Right there. Boom. There's my semen nostril stain. It was really beautiful because at the end of it, at the end of this 35 minutes of literally just thinking and this freight train running through my brain, I was thinking about how the only thing that matters is myself, my well-being, the well-being of my sister, love for my family, and then it started transcending beyond that, beyond the people that I know personally, and to just people, humans, life. And I was like, that's all that matters. I get really, really, sometimes, I would say trapped in this mindset where the most important thing in this life is just the stuff we're working on, or just the immediate things that I'm like, what if that is that where my meaning for life comes from, or value in myself. And at the end of the day, really what matters is just the people in your life. I know that sounds really cliche. I'm the queen of cliches over here. So it was beautiful. If anything, it is a reminder to sign off and quit watching this stream right now and go be alone with yourself or sit in stillness, which is the hardest thing for many of us to do. Now let's go move on to more exciting things. I have a pillow on the floor and my bed is not made over there. It's a fucking wreck because I've been sleeping on the floor on these mats lately. Oh, there's my fucking vag and my pubes hanging out. I've been doing it as an experiment. I do weird experiments with myself because I've been having back pain. I'm like, maybe if I sleep on the floor and I ground and I just get closer to earth, meaning the wood floors, artificial earth, I guess, then I'll feel more centered and I'll have more body alignment. So it's been an experiment. It kind of makes me feel like a little kid again, because when we were kids, we would just want to set up sleeping bags on the floor in our own home. I guess that was us wanting to undomesticate ourselves. Who also doesn't have a bed? My bed isn't made either. Oh gosh. It's weird because our mother's German, so she's a neat freak. and she like drilled it in our heads to make our bed every single morning. So I definitely have that in me as well, that discipline. But lately I've been like not wanting to be an adult and not wanting to take responsibility for myself for certain things. And cleaning is one of them. Also, my room is so dirty. You could see like all of these hairballs, all of this dust right here from our dog. Because I was doing another experiment where I wasn't wearing contacts or glasses for 6 weeks just to see if I could perfect my vision, because I like to think of myself as a manifester, but I am now a fool because my vision is still blurry. It didn't work. It was a failed experiment, but it was kind of cool though to just not see everything so clearly, because I tend to get overly stimulated, and even when I'm driving I just want to like look at everything around me. So it was nice to just have everything look like a watercolor painting. And also I noticed that I wasn't really scrutinizing myself in the mirror. I tend to be very vain and scrutinize myself before I leave the house. So where's the accent? Christian 1999 wants to know, how old are you? 1999, what year is that? You are 10 years younger than me. Where's the accent? I'm trying to not be addicted to doing the accent when I'm on selfie mode, because, hey Krista, I will say your name. Try not to do the accent, because sometimes I wonder how much of this is a disguise from like me speaking my truth and just being me. Sometimes I don't know what me means or who me is. And I have all these weird characters that I've been doing since I was a kid. I have many more in the arsenal, in the trench coat, that I will whip them out and show you guys someday. But anyway, I'm going to get back to life. And you know what? I'm also trying to see this, like talking to a camera and being on social media, as life as well. Like, it doesn't have to be so dualistic in the sense where like, oh, as soon as I'm on a computer checking emails or responding to fans or texting fans or looking at shit online, because I love to Google stuff, I shouldn't look at that as like not experiencing reality. I tend to do that where I see it as like something separate from reality, and then I shame myself for spending time online. It's weird. I have the shame monster within me. So I'm trying to think of like how this experience could be more holistic, and this is just a part of life. Before I sign off, I will show you my little kingdom closet. So hold on. I'm going to cover my room so you don't see it, because it really truly is a mess. There's my air purifier, and welcome to my kingdom. Yes, I'm still a child. I'm almost 30 and I sit in my closet sometimes, but I love this place. Also, okay, so this is my little cubby. I turned it into my kingdom. When I was a kid, I used to hide in the closet. I would wake up really early on Sunday mornings at like 7 a.m. and I used to go in mine and Yasmine's closet because we shared a closet. And I would just spend probably like an hour in there. Who knows how long I spent in there, because I lost track of time. It was just a complete timeless moment. And that's where we stored like all of our art and drawings and paintings and art supplies and obviously clothes too, toys, stuffed animals. And I would go in there and I would look. And like, recently I revisited these memories, but I would just look for something, as if like behind all of the things, behind all of the materialistic things in there, there was like a door or a portal. And I believed that, and then as I got older, magic didn't exist. And yeah, I just thought it was silly. I was like, oh, that's childhood imagination. So when I moved into this room, I had this cubby and I let it sit, And recently, I would say in the past maybe year or so, I started just like posting stuff in here as if it's a real life Instagram feed. But just like clippings from places in the world that I want to go to. Drawings. This is from Nathan on my 27th birthday. He drew this. He's very talented. A drawing that Aisha, our older sister, did when she was in like high school. And I'm also sitting on my ex-boyfriend's dog bed. So yeah, I'm a dog. I'm a fucking dog sitting on a dog bed. So I like curl up in here sometimes, and I like to think of it as a portal back to that place. In Northbrook, suburbs of Chicago, where Jahan at age 10 was like looking for something, and this is that place. This is that place, and she still exists in this reality, or just in a different, another dimension. So yeah, I arrived at at the place that little Jahan at 10 was looking for. But I'll show you some of the stuff that's on my wall, and holler if you hear your city or your country. There's Pakistan. Obviously, this is Beirut. I would love to go to Beirut. I feel like I've just been dreaming of going somewhere like this since I was a little kid. Oh, I know, Brazil, you're always hollering for us. These are, I guess, just things from a plane travel magazine. Yes, I do read plane travel magazines when we're taking off on the runway. Places to go hiking. Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, right there. Recommendations. Let's see where else on here. Streets of London, recommendations. I have cards of, all of these are business cards from places I fell in love with while traveling. So I guess the cheese bar in Strasbourg, France. A restaurant, I guess, I went to in, I guess that was Paris, I don't know. So when I do revisit these places, I kind of just keep them in mind. Oh, look, there was our, when we were in, I think this was Cabo. This was our tour guide taking us out on a boat. So I'm kind of sentimental in that way, where if I have good memories of a place, or if I eat really good food, then I'll keep a memory, like a piece of paper, business card, or clipping of something, so I can go back and revisit or recommend people to go there. Ooh, I would absolutely love to go to Greece. This is Greece right here. So yeah, this is like my little portal. I go places in my imagination. Anyway, we fucking love you guys. I feel really, really grateful right now. My eyes are all red from tearing up because they're good tears. They're just tears of gratitude. And I feel like the universe really has given me everything that I've asked for in this life. And it's just, that's all I could want. I have no needs right now in this moment, just for everyone else to experience more love for themselves, more positivity, and that is my wish for the day. And I hope that you guys can take the time to also kind of disengage from all the stuff that distracts you. Maybe, yes, there is music coming. Jahan, Sofian. So things are good. We are planning a lot of creative stuff, visual creative stuff, which is so exciting for us because we're visual artists as well. And that's, I guess, a sign that we're wrapping up the music that we're working on, the music that's about to come. And let me see if I can respond to any few people before I leave. Hi, Bailey. Natasha, yes, new music soon. Vicky, oh, you want to go to Pakistan? Pakistan is, I mean, I'm biased because our father is Pakistan, but I feel that people are there, and I think that's another Mexico. Where Mexico? Wait, is it like 2 a.m. there. Let's see. Atlanta, Georgia was crazy on, I think it was the New World Tour. Anyway, I will try to share more or stream more. Sometimes I forget to go online, but I'll do it more. It should not feel like a chore. It should not feel like I'm not paying attention to real life. I think if it becomes... Sometimes it's just all mindset, how you look at it. Sometimes when I think about social media, I'm like, oh, I'd rather be like on a mountain or paying attention to the wind or hanging out with people in person. But I like to think that this is some form of connection as well, because whatever good vibes I'm feeling for myself and my loved ones and for you guys, I hope you are receiving that as well. And I hope that you can give that to loved ones around you. I'm rambling. Goodbye. Love you guys.